It is Fox News 1280 AM and 102.3 FM. Joining me right now, Nathan Findlay, GM from Findlay Lincoln. Welcome to the program, Nathan.
Thank you very much. Proud to be here.
Now, Findlay is just a staple in this community. John Barr from Findlay Toyota was actually on the program the very first time we were out here at Daddy Mac's. How long has the Findlay family been in Southern Nevada?
The Findlay family has been in Las Vegas specifically over 50 years, and we've been in Nevada going back over 100 years, actually.
100 years?
100 years.
Holy smokes.
Yes, sir.
Are you serious?
I'm absolutely serious. My grandfather and my father were actually born up north, a little town called Pioche. And, you know, my family migrated there during basically the late 1800s, so we've been here quite a while.
I was just on your Twitter page before the start of the show, and about 10 days ago you had a 2005 Ford Excursion diesel with 74,000 miles for $23,999. You had a fully loaded 05 Jeep Cherokee back in July for $16,999. Do you have any great deals on the Findlay Lincoln lot right now?
Yeah, we've got that and much more. You know, with the discontinuing of Lincoln, or should I say Mercury, and the basically launching of Lincoln, we're offering great incentives on both Lincolns and Mercuries. Some fantastic leases going on right now, 0% up to 60 months on several of our vehicles. And you know, Lincoln's coming on strong, and Mercury is fizzling out. So we've got some exciting stuff going on over there at our store right now.
We hear so much negative news about the Las Vegas economy, 14.5% unemployment, foreclosures at an all-time high. How's business been on the lot as of late?
You know, business has been great. You know, obviously you have your ups and your downs. You know, day to day, it's always a challenge. But the reality of it is we're seeing a lot of great credit scores right now. A lot of capable buyers, a lot of people that have money, and I think that it's important to remember that, you know, things are going to get better. They are getting better. You know, the lending institutions right now are great. You know, they're working with us. You know, there for a while it was a little bit tough, but I can definitely see it coming around, and I'm experiencing it day after day right now. So it's a good time to buy a vehicle.
Well, I'm glad to hear business is doing great for you right now in the present. When we hit this economic downturn, did you have to implement any layoffs at all?
Absolutely. You know, it was tough there for a while. You know, the Findlay Automotive Group employed over 1,500 people at the height of the market, and unfortunately we did have to cut back some. We had to streamline it. You know, you have to be profitable. You know, and you know, I think it's important to remember that, you know, there's over 1,000 people right now currently employed with the Findlay Automotive Group, and you know, we just try and play our part. And we've got a lot of good people that work for us and work with us, and you know, we're just blessed to be successful these days.
You had to do the layoffs, obviously, just like every other company had to do around Southern Nevada, and of course nationally. Now that things have started to turn around, is Findlay Lincoln hiring in parts and service, sales?
Absolutely, all across the board. I can tell you one thing right now. A motto of our group is, you know, there's always room for good people. You know, it's something that's so important. Experience you can learn. You know, you pick up as you go. But good personalities, good characters, and good people. You can't put a dollar amount on that.
If people want to apply over at Findlay Lincoln, because I know a lot of people are out there listening to this show, they are looking for work, how do they do so?
You can come into our store, fill out an application. We're at 310 North Gibson Road in Henderson in the Valley Auto Mall. Or you can log on to FindlayAutomotiveGroup.com and just go under employment, or contact us and get a hold of our Human Resources Director, Bruce Green. I'll give you a number right now. The number is 558-8888. Ask for Bruce Green.
558-8888?
558-8888, or you can dial 457-0321. Either one works.
We're talking to Nathan Findlay, the GM of Findlay Lincoln. Let me ask you, how much business did you see when the government was doing cash for clunkers?
You know, it's funny you say that. We've got a vast array of dealerships, imports. You know, we've got a lot of domestic brands as well. Our store in particular only did 3 cash for clunker deals. I think that all the advertising and all the hype for the actual cash for clunkers program was something that we saw more in our Toyota store, our Honda store, our Hyundai stores. A lot more import stores were affected by it, and a lot of the reason being is basically the gas mileage and the strict requirements that were put on it. So we saw a few deals, but the reality of it is we did experience a nice growth in sales for our pre-owned vehicles.
And you always hear salespeople all the time, think out of the box, be creative. What is Findlay Lincoln doing to get people on the lot?
You know, this we're doing this right here, you know, trying to put myself out there a little bit, you know. Coming on shows, you know, we're doing some nice advertising right now. We've got some pretty aggressive deals that we're trying to make specifically on the Mercury brand, being that it is going away. You know, we try and stay in the community. It's a small store. We moved from East Sahara, you know, and the store over there was not what we're dealing with now. So I mean, we're just basically having our guys get out there, beat the pavement, make the phone calls, greet the people, treat them right, and get them to come back. Show them a reason why we're different than everybody else.
Now, for a while, you saw American cars kind of getting a bad rap that they weren't as great as their foreign counterparts. Have you seen more people coming back to American-built cars or shying away more to foreign again?
You know, I will talk about Ford right now. You know, Ford and Lincoln just are doing great things with their quality. Ford right now is stepping up to another level, and because they didn't accept any of those government funds a couple years back when General Motors and Chrysler did, you know, it's been something to talk about. You know, it just goes to show that they're able to stick it out. They're able to get their own loans and handle their own business. Now they're turning a nice profit, you know, and they're gaining market share, basically 21 out of the last 22 months. So, I mean, we're looking at almost 2 years now running where they are gaining market share on imports, on domestics, on everybody. And you know what they're trying to do now with the Lincoln and the discontinuing of Mercury is they're trying to separate the Lincoln brand from the Ford brand. You know, they've committed to come out with 2 new models, coming out with the MKZ hybrid, and they're coming out with basically turbocharged motors that are excellent with horsepower and fantastic with fuel economy. And they're going to separate themselves. So I think that it's fair to reason and fair to say that if they do with Lincoln what they did with Ford, you know, we're at the right place at the right time.
Other than you being the GM of Findlay Lincoln, why would you tell someone to purchase a Lincoln?
Well, the quality, like I was saying before, you know, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I came from our Toyota store where I had the pleasure of working with the fine John Barr, along with a lot of other people over there. So, I mean, I worked at that store for almost 7 years, and I got a first-hand experience the quality of Toyota. And before that, I worked at Subaru, yada yada, all the way back. I worked at several different franchises, and I will say that I never set my rear end in a Lincoln product until the first day I went to work there, and I took my first demo. And the quality of the product, it speaks for itself. You just need to put your butt in the cars, you need to drive one, and they sell themselves, you know. And I think, I'll quote my wife in saying that after I put her in a Lincoln product, and she's driven everything we sell, she does not want to drive anything else. So,
very cool. You said that you came over from Findlay Toyota over to Findlay Lincoln.
Yes, sir.
How many dealerships does the Findlay family own around the valley?
Around the valley, that's a tough one. I want to say it's about 17.
Wow.
17 around the valley. We've got some, you know, we've got some in Idaho, St. George, Kingman. You know, we're spread out pretty far now, considering up in northern Idaho in Post Falls we've got a Hyundai and a Mazda dealership. We've got in total about 21 dealerships.
If people want more info on a great Findlay Lincoln, what do they need to do?
They need to log on to FindlayLincolnMercury.com or FindlayLM.com, FindlayLincoln.com. Just pretty much anything with Findlay and Lincoln.com on it, and you're going to go onto our website, and you'll get all the best offers, all the up-to-date incentives and everything of that sort.
Or, of course, stop by the store right there on Gibson Road.
Stop by, ask for me, ask for anybody in the store. If you don't get the best service there, if they don't treat you right, you let me know personally. Let me give you my cell phone number.
All right, let's hear it.
It's 379-3807. You can call me personally. Just don't call me past about 8:30 because I go to bed early.
I'm going to call you at 2 a.m. this morning.
We're
going to discuss politics.
That's fine. I set the phone in the kitchen. My wife makes me.
Nathan Findlay, GM of Findlay Lincoln, thank you for being on the program.
Thank you very much.
We're here at Danny Mac's Free Power Lunch, 2920 North Green Valley Parkway, just north of Sunset. Come on by, have something to eat, bring your business cards, get a free plug on the air. From Fox News 1280 AM and 102.3 FM, KDOX, Weird Talk Radio.
Thinking of painting your house?